let's jump right in. Number one is this.
Spiffy.
Mirroring and matching. Now, even that. So if they say, hello, who is this? You know, it's a fast talker. Say, hello, this is so-and-so, right? If they say, hey, slower, right? You get my drift here. All those little micro details you want to catch onto them right away.
You're ready to go?
Be
Time.
certain that you're picking up on all those little details. Now, obviously, with that comes knowing your script and being in a comfortable enough position to where, you know, you're not so nervous that, you know, you don't even notice it and you just say your script. But this is where you can pick it up.
Here's birthday cake.
A little bit better versus just sounding like.
Oh, don't kind of take a poop. That's nice.
Hang up on. Okay. So again, the words, the tonality, the tempo, right? How quickly they speak. You want to be paying close attention to that and mirror that as much as possible. Why? People like other people that are like them. We tend to hang around people that are like us. Okay. And the more you can demonstrate that, the more chance you're going to have on the phone or in these interactions. Okay. Number two is being familiar. Okay. What I mean by being familiar, if I'm going to give it another simpler term, is humanize your conversations. So typically, let's say I'm calling for real estate. I'm in real estate. Let's say I'm calling a property owner, and the property owner's name is John Jackson, right? As a generic name. Okay. How would a typical script tell you to say it? It would say, hello, this is Mr. Jackson, right? Right away, if you use the last name, you know you're a salesman.
Better find
Mr. Jackson, right? Because that's not familiar. That's not human. That's somebody who doesn't know them initiating communication with them, right? Then the script will tell you, after they say yes, they say, well, hello, Jackson, my name is blah, blah, blah. Now, already they know you're a salesman, okay? So, how would I humanize or make that familiar? Well, if I know the owner's name is John Jackson,
Earth
I
and
assume it's a man.
Pinion.
Now, when I call, if a male voice answers, I'm going to say, John, is that you? Now, some of you may say, well, that's very simple or silly, but that right away will take that person's brain.
There's ice cream.
Salesperson, oh, who is this that I might know? Okay? And that gives you that window to then introduce yourself, and it gives you a small window that gives you the next 5 seconds. If you win the next 5 seconds, that'll earn you the next 10 seconds after that. That's how this cold call or prospecting game or interaction game is won. Your introduction wins you one more question, and your next question wins you the next one. And that's how it is. And we have to play the game correctly. But that's how you do it. So start looking at your script and say, okay, all this, hello, is this Mr. Jackson? Let's take some of that rigidness out after you memorize it, because obviously the first step is memorizing it. But once you do, let's take some of that rigidness out and say, hey, if I was talking to my friend or my mom, how would I use the same script with somebody that
The bird.
No, it's counterintuitive because you would say, well, I have to have that level of,
There's cupcake and pink. No, you're gonna poop that guys.
Political correctness, I guess you would say to a stranger, or people would say like level of respect, right? And people are turned off by it, right? Where that came from? That's kind of the synopsis I've made based on asking people, why would you still do that if you know that like it's rigid? Well, that's what we're supposed to do to be socially acceptable, right? Throw that stuff out the window for a second and say, how can I humanize this? Okay? The more you do that, the simpler things will become, and the more you're going to connect with people because they don't feel like they're talking to a salesperson. They feel like they're talking to a human being. Okay? Number three is this time constraint. Man, this is the biggest thing. I have mastered this, especially going door to door or interacting with people in person, right? But especially on the phone. After you introduce yourself, say, hey, I just have 1 or 2 quick questions for you, and then I'll let you go, right? Use some sort of pattern or language to let people know, hey, I'm only going to be here a second. I would do that at the door all the time. Hey, I'm only going to be here a second. I was just stopping by because blah, blah, blah. Just saying that maybe seems counterintuitive to you. Again, none of this stuff is really logical. It just works. Okay? Now, the key here is you know they're going to say it, and even more importantly, they're thinking, how long is this person going to try to keep me on the phone or at the door? By you saying it, you address it, right? And you get that thought out of their mind. And the cool thing is you can keep using this. I'll say 2 or 3 more questions and say, okay, it's a couple more, then I'm leaving. Or I got 1 more, then I'm gone. I'm out of your hair, right? I use this constantly, especially if I feel like the person is pulling away, because I want to be the first one willing to walk away. By you saying it, right, it lowers tension. So
Don't do that. Why do you do that?
Because you're giving it first. So practice this. Hey, I just got 1 or 2 questions for you, then I'll let you go. Hey, I just stopped by for a second, then I'm out of here, right? Work on variations. There's no no perfect way to say it, but basically just say, hey, you gotta get the last step. Or, hey, I just have one question for you, then I'll let you go. Work on creating your own version of that, and you'll see how effective it is. It really is. Okay? Number 4 is meet them where they're at. Typically, when you're cold calling or prospecting, right, lead generating, you're going to be catching people in different emotional states and different thought patterns. So let's say I have a script, which is introduction, the first part, the second part is qualifying them, right? The third part is setting the appointment. Well, you're going to have talking points in your script, and it's going to be a little bit different depending on the industry that you're in. But where are they at? So in my industry of real estate, I'm catching people either like in the real estate where they're complaining about something or someone, which typically in those scripts is like in the middle, or I'm coming across somebody who has no idea who I am and they have zero interest, and I have to open up the conversation. So take a look at the scripts and dialogues that you've come up with and that you're using and say, hey, in the case like I said where somebody's emotional, where in the script does that line of questioning pop up? And if I open the conversation and they're already on that
Oh, no.
and at that place, then I need to immediately jump to that center part or portion of my script and ask the questions that are there. I can always go back to the top. You see, that's a mistake I see a lot of salespeople make, is they think they're supposed to go from top to bottom every time. But if somebody is already on the topic of question 5 out of your 10 question script, why would you start at the top? You're going to break rapport, right? They're going to think you're not listening, and it kills the flow of the conversation. This is what creates that flow. If you didn't know, how do I create flow in a conversation? This is it. Meet them where they're at. Now from there you can take control, no problem. But initially, you need to meet them where they're at. Even if you need to recover, you need to, again, I just add the Chrome extension and it immediately gives me suggestions every time I make a grammar or spelling error, which makes my work more efficient and saves me a ton. Find the best get close to them, whatever it is, learn everything you can from them. You're gonna be a lot better off. I want to see other people win. We're so focused on ourselves. Alright, what's up, LBC? We're going to start a series on becoming a master conversation. This is applicable for the men and women. This is applicable to the gender. This is applicable in general.
Oops.
Create certain effects on people.
Oh, no.
So this is a very underappreciated, underutilized skill that I believe is something that I've dedicated a lot of my time and efforts to that can benefit you regardless of where you're from, what language you speak, how old you are, whatever you think your opportunities are. You master this, you're good to go. You'll always be paid, you always have a job, you'll survive anywhere because you communicate it out. Okay? Step 1. Now, just so you know, this video I'm going to focus more around the subject of question asking and being question-based.
ให้เท่าไหร่วะ180 6 ชั่วโมง 6:38เดี๋ยวเขาให้ทั้งนั่งรถก็ให้ตังค์เหรอนะของเต็มรถเลยพี่เพชรไปถึงทันไหม5:30อ่ะ
อาจจะสาย5 นาทีเขาจะให้ไปเอาของวันอังคารเหรอ
Head down.
ไปเอาไอ้นั่นให้แกหน่อยไอ้ที่แท่งไม้เหล็กอะในสโตรจวันนี้แกไปเอาเข้ารถไม่ได้อะที่ช้า
แล้วก็ต้องไปส่งที่บ้านแกเหรอ แค่นั้นใช่ไหม
ไม่ต้องไปคิดตังค์แกหรอก
ได้
6 ชั่วโมงแล้วใช้นั่งรถเขาก็นับอะชั่วโมงละ30ไม่ได้ทำอะไร
เหนื่อ
มาย ก
มากมั้ย